Hey guys, how's it going on? Honestly, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be reviewing and just basically talking about Boku no Hero in general. I really missed it this week, especially from last week of how hyped that chapter was. And this week delivers as well. Now, this chapter, if I had to say one thing that I can summarize from this chapter was that it was a chapter all about Deku. And that was what I liked about it, because think of all the other chapters of Boku no Hero. The thing is, with Boku no Hero, there's so many characters in the verse. So always in every chapter, Horikoshi's always, giving us a little bit more of each and every character. Whereas in this one, it's focusing mainly on Deku. Of course, the Shiketsu girl, but it's mainly dedicated, this chapter is mainly dedicated to Deku. And I really like that touch that Horikoshi done. Because sometimes we just want Deku. Sometimes we just want to, get a full chapter of just Deku. And this is what we got this chapter, and that's what I really liked about it. So let's get into the grips of what this chapter actually was. Deku vs Shiketsu girl. Now, Shiketsu girl, from my first impressions that we saw in the last chapter, I was just like, hang on, this girl looks pretty interesting. Like, this girl seems pretty good. Now, in this chapter, we do not know her name yet. We still do not know her name, but it reveals a bit more to her personality, it reveals a bit more to her overall being, and that's what I'm liking. She's very powerful, and I mean by she's a powerful girl. She was basically handling Deku without using her quirk. That was just base. That was her base ability, and Deku thought that literally Shiketsu girl was just vanishing. That's what Deku thought. Deku thought Shiketsu girl's quirk was just like to be able to teleport and vanish because she was so fast, like she was just so able to get out of Deku's field of vision. And we find out in this chapter that that was false. That was just Shiketsu girl's just movements. That was just her maneuverability in the field of battle. And that's what really got me excited, honestly, because this is what I love about Boku no Hero. It's not always focusing on the powers itself. It's more on the characters and what the characters can do with them. Especially what the characters could do with their own physicality and their physical beings. So that's pretty cool to see. So yeah, basically in this chapter we find out that Shiketsu girl, she's able to avoid Deku's field of vision by distracting him. So we see it in this chapter when she's about to throw the ball. In her other hand, she throws like a little, I believe a pebble or like a rock. So that makes a sound, and that gets Deku's attention looking over to there, whereas Shiketsu girl's all the way over there. So it's kind of stuff like that. She's basically distracting you could say. It's kind of like the film Focus. If anyone's watched the film Focus with Will Smith, when he's like, I can make you look here whilst I'm stealing your wallet. It's all about where you're focusing on. It's all about where your senses are attended to, where they're focusing on, you could say. So I really like that touch, especially it also makes it extremely more powerful, because I'm wondering, you could kind of think about it. We see at the end of this chapter, we see Shiketsu girl's quirk, and it's to be able to, what's the word? What is the word? Mine just hit a blank right now. Come on. Okay. It's like Mystique. Not transform. Oh gosh, this is actually gonna bug me. Sorry guys, I'm still wondering, I've lost the word. Basically her quirk, well you guys know the word obviously. My mind's just gone, it's just lost the word right now. She's able to, what's the word, not transform, not mutate. Flipping heck, damn it. She's able to, let's just say change her appearance, because I forgot the damn word. Goodness sake, man. Anyway, yeah, so basically she's able to change her appearance, to whatever she likes. Well, that's what we could guess from this chapter. I'm wondering if there's any limits to it. Maybe I'm wondering, it might be pretty cool if she can only, like, change her appearance to her gender. Because, like, how cool would that be? Because, it's a very powerful quirk. We know it is, if you're able to change your appearance to anyone you see. But I'm wondering, maybe, like, because we know in Boku no Hero there's always limits to the quirk. So maybe she can only change it to a female's appearance. I'm wondering if there's any other limits, for example, like how does this work? Does she have to see, she obviously has to see them, but is there any contact involved? Does she have to look at them for a amount of, couple of seconds? I'm really interested in this girl's quirk. But enough of her quirk, let's get into her personality herself. So, seems like Deku's got another admirer, and I'm just like, flipping heck, how many girls does Deku have? It's unbelievable. But anyway, yeah, Deku's got another admirer, and she's coming on, like, fully pounces on Deku. And Deku's just like, Deku is hilarious, man. This is why I love Deku, because the thing is, with the shonen tropes, the shonen cliches, in another series, if it was in a shonen series, the main protagonist, he's always oblivious to this. Like, the main protagonist, there will be like a girl that fancies him, maybe a couple of girls, and like, sometimes they'll be blatant about it, but the main protagonist is so oblivious, like, they're so dull that they don't even realize it. But with Deku's just like, flippin' heck, chill. Like, Deku's just like, oh my gosh, especially in chapter 100, when Hatsume really jumped on Deku. And Deku's face reaction was hilarious. We see it in this chapter again. Deku's reactions are honestly priceless. I really do love Deku's reactions, man. Like, we see in this chapter, when, what did she say? She was just like, oh, tell me more of you, or something like that. And Deku's like, oh, can't it wait after the exam? Basically, Deku was like, damn girl, chill. So that was pretty funny to see, that really did make me laugh. But, yes, we find out a bit more of her character. She's got a crazy eye, she honestly does, like, her personality is really intriguing, but she's kind of got that kind of, like, she's a little bit crazy, a little bit, I wouldn't call her crazy, but she's a little bit funky, if you kind of get what I mean. Like, the way she was just talking, and she was just like, tell me your motivation, tell me, is it honor, is it pride? And you see that shade that Horikoshi does, and I'm like, yo, that is mad. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued in her character. In general, I'm intrigued in Shiketsu High as a whole. Especially, because even when Deku was just like, oh, so your school teaches you these kind of things, like these physical, you can say physical tricks, their abilities just to boost your physical stats, pretty much. I'm just really intrigued in just the overall education of Shiketsu, especially because these people, they have such high standards of students that we've seen from like Inasa, then we see it from this girl as well. Like, they're very powerful students that we've seen. So, yeah, this chapter was cool. She then Deku, you know, he gets crowded by people. This is what I really want to talk about. This is what really spoke out to me, especially from reading this chapter. It really stood out for me. So Deku, he's kind of ambushed by everyone. I don't know if that's Ketsubetsu. It's probably Ketsubetsu. Or Shiketsu High. Damn, how many times did I say Ketsubetsu? But anyway, so he's ambushed by Ketsubetsu, I think. And, like, he basically dashes out, and then Uraraka comes. Yeah, Uraraka. So Uraraka comes, and then, she's just like, quick, come here. And then she trips, and then Deku goes over to the rescue. And this is what I'm talking about. This inner monologue that Deku's had, it goes miles for his character. It goes so far for his character, because Deku has literally analysed each and every step of, you know, on his path to being a hero, and he's realised that what he was doing at the start of the series was wrong. For example, how he was always going in head first, and the fact that he put his body at a risk, he realised that was wrong now. So, he's come to the conclusion that he needs to train himself till his body gets strong enough until his body gets strong enough, that is when he'll use 100% one for all. And I'm guessing until his body gets strong enough, that's probably when he'll be using his arms again. Because that's what I really liked about Boku no Hero. I was really interested in how Horikoshi was going to go down this route with the facts of Deku's injuries. Was Horikoshi going to, you know, maybe get something in and miraculously Deku's injuries would be healed one day? Or was he going to stay along with it? I know that a lot of people are thinking like one day in the future his arms will get amputated or something like that. You know, have like a massive, not a massive, but like a really cool Iron Man kind of robot arm, like Winter Soldier kind of thing. Like, people are thinking of stuff like that. But I'm really interested in the route that Horikoshi's going on now, and Deku's realizing himself, the path that he laid out, he needs to modify it, because that path was just being, it was a self-wrecking path, you could say. It was just ways where he was putting himself on the line, and that's not what you should always do. I know that how a hero, you should always risk everything to save, you know, the civilians to do the job, but you should also care for yourself as well. And it's obviously, by looking at that, it's very similar to All Might. Like, All Might's actions is kind of similar to Deku's, how All Might kind of put his body at risk as well. So I really thought that was interesting as well. So this chapter was pretty cool. I'm so hyped for next week, honestly. That last page, just the transformation. Like, I still don't know, the word has still slipped my mind. Damn it. Yeah, I can't, it's gone. Anyway, the girl's transformation quirk, like, when you see it, it's kind of like gooey kind of substance, which just like melts off, so that was really freaky. But I'm really getting interested into this character. I'm really liking what Horikoshi does with her female characters, and his characters in general. So I really cannot wait for next week. Maybe, and maybe a chapter dedicated just to Deku and this girl fighting again. Possibly so. So just to let you guys know, at the start of the chapter, that was the real Uraraka. Since then, when Deku got ambushed by Ketsubetsu, that was the fake Uraraka. So we only saw the real Uraraka at the start. Pardon me. So please guys, tell me in the comment below what you thought of this chapter. If you like anything that I had to say, please drop a like, that would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you next week for that greatness. That is chapter 100. Chapter 106. We're getting a colour cover as well, so that's going to be Boss and Beast as always. You know what I'm saying? Peace guys, goodbye.